it's hard to know where to start in trying to describe why this place is so special. There's so much about it, I think. The amazing wild lands that are here and that are enlivened by the wild rivers and the wildlife. I mean, this place truly is so unique and really increasingly unique in our world as our open spaces shrink. And it's a place where you can, from one minute to the next, see animals that have been around since time immemorial. And of course, there have been people connected to this landscape since time immemorial, long before I got here. And these lands and these waters and the wildlife here were really important to them, still are. And I think that there is something as humans that appeals to us, or that is compelling to us about wild nature. And this is as wild as it gets, really, in the lower 48. And so to be able to work on behalf of a place like this that is so incredibly beautiful and diverse and increasingly rare, I find to be amazingly rewarding and challenging some days, but on the whole, an incredibly rewarding experience. And to be able to put my time and energy toward ensuring that this place stays the same that it is today, hopefully for many, many, many years to come, I just couldn't ask for a better job. I'm looking forward to a lot of things over the next few months and years ahead. One thing that I'm really excited about is just the opportunity to chart this next era of the Greater Yellowstone Coalition. We've been around as an organization for almost 40 years. There's a continued evolution of our work and our priorities and the strategies that we use. And I'm really excited to work with our board, with our funders, with our staff, and our key partners to develop what that next vision of Greater Yellowstone Coalition is. I see us using new innovative conservation strategies that open up new doors and opportunities in different places, whether that's working on market-based incentives with private landowners, whether that's looking at new types of designations for public lands. I'm really excited to expand the realm of who we work with on a day-to-day basis and start to do more deliberate work with our tribal partners here in the region. I'm also really excited to look at some new ways to raise more money to support our work. I think that the world is obviously changing rapidly, especially in this time of coronavirus, and that presents both challenges and opportunities. GYC will always do our bread and butter work of advocating for wild lands and wild places and wildlife. I don't think you'll see that change. I think what we'd like to explore, what I'm really interested in exploring in the future, is what are the new creative strategies that we can do to achieve some of our long-term conservation goals, and hopefully with the clear-eyed vision of keeping this place intact and whole, and a place where animals move freely across the landscapes, where wild rivers move across their floodplain. There will be challenges, to be sure. Climate change is a huge one. We've got a lot to learn and a lot to adapt in our work as we look at that. But I'm really excited about what we can collectively create is the vision for this next era of Greater Yellowstone and the Greater Yellowstone Coalition.